Good morning, everyone. This is Mrs. M. I just wanted to go over a few things with you concerning the COVID-19 policies and protocol. As you know, yesterday, Monday, June 15th, our office reopened. In the interest of everyone's safety and health during this time of COVID-19, we have instituted the following policies and protocols. These policies and protocols are subject to change as state and local government makes changes in response to the progress of the disease and the mitigating measures enacted. In advance, thank you for your attention to and compliance with these very important matters. So let's start first with working in the office or offices. Entry to the office requires an appointment. Simply call ahead to set the appointment time with the Chesapeake front desk. Or you can simply email us at chesapeakefrontdesk@bhhstown.com. This email goes to everyone on staff, including myself. Our front desk will set up reservations for the use of our conference rooms. Entry to all our offices require an appointment. Enter and exit the office through the front door. Maintain a social distance of at least 6 feet from all others in the office. All persons entering the office are required to wear facial masks. All persons entering the office, including agents and staff members, are required to sign the registration book at the front desk, which includes your name, your date, and time. This allows staff to simply gauge the volume of traffic and take any necessary precautions to address social distancing. Upon entering the office, use hand sanitizers at the front area. We have designated an area that we have called the sanitizing station. Wipe down your desk area, including any equipment, when you arrive for work and before you depart the office. After using any shared equipment in the office, such as copiers, computer keyboards, fax machines, etc., wipe down the equipment with disinfectant wipes that have been provided. We have this for you. Only agents and staff members are allowed past the front lobby area unless escorted to a specific designated area, such as our conference room. If you are sick or have symptoms of sickness, notify your manager and stay at home. Please stay at home. If you have been exposed to someone with COVID-19, notify your manager, which is me, stay at home for 1 week, and self-monitor for any symptoms. If you happen to travel out of state or any area known to be a hotspot for COVID-19, then report that to me, work from home for 1 week, and self-monitor for symptoms before returning to the office. If you test positive for COVID-19, notify me, self-quarantine at home, and please seek medical advice. Do not return to the office until you have written documentation to show that you have tested negative for COVID-19. Unless approved by me, your manager, there'll be no access to the kitchens at this time. Or kitchen, excuse me, we call ours the cafe. Now, next, let's talk about some protocols while showing properties. First of all, a disclosure form must, underline must, be presented to all parties involved in the showing of a property prior to the showing, including but not limited to the seller, the buyer, the inspector, the appraiser, the photographer. The use of our in-house form 6060, sellers and buyers hold harmless and release form regarding COVID-19. The wearing of facial mask or other face covering is a requirement for you, the agent, the customer, client, buyers, sellers, vendors, or any other authorized visitor to the property. To complete buyer or seller documentation, we know what to do. We use dotloop, or you can use any other e-signature program. We recommend that you require the use of virtual tours. It's virtually possible of all sales properties before any tour of the property to narrow the number of properties that a prospective buyer will tour. Ideally, only when the prospective buyer has been pre-approved for the purchase of the property, that would be really a good thing to ask about, and has limited the potential purchases to a few properties, will the tour of any property be warranted. We strongly encourage that when agents are asked to meet a prospect at a property, that you ask for a copy of a photo identification before meeting the prospect for an appointment or showing, and you share this information, this documentation, with office staff and let us know the address of the property. Please. You, clients, vendors are to travel in separate vehicles to any real estate related service or transaction. And I think we're doing that already. And at this point in time, children should not accompany their adults on property previews, walkthrough, as a precaution for maintaining social distancing and to minimize touching surfaces in the property. Prior to the tour, walkthrough, home inspections, you should confirm with the seller that the property has been sanitized and all touch points have been disinfected and or covered. Listing brokers, you should be staggering appointments for previews or showings to avoid overlapping. If there are multiple showings throughout the day and the property is vacant, you should confirm that the property will be properly sanitized in between each showing. That's your responsibility. Prior to the tour or walkthrough, the seller should open any and all doors within the property and have them remain open with a doorstop, including but not limited to the closet doors, as again to minimize touching surfaces. You will encourage social distancing during tours and walkthroughs and advise buyers to do not touch items in the property such as doorknobs, light switches, bathroom fixtures, kitchen appliances, etc. The supply and use of gloves by both you and the prospective buyer are encouraged but optional. Floor time, which I call opportunity time, duty time, will be conducted virtually until further notice. If your seller requests an open house, ensure the seller signs what? The hold harmless agreement prior to conducting the open house. Be sure the seller has sanitized the property, and during the conducting of the open house, wipe down any touched surface again after each showing. Only show one prospect or prospective couple at a time. If other prospects arrive while a showing is in progress, simply instruct them to wait outside in their car until you have finished the current showing. The showing agent and all visitors to the property are required to wear a face mask while inside of the property. So I hope this will give you an idea, and I know some of you guys had some questions of how we move forward as we reopen for our business. And I know a lot of you guys have already been doing this because I hear this all the time. I am so proud of this group. We've had great production, but most of all, we are doing real estate with excellence. Thank you for your continued support, and have a great day.